So we have a White House that hasn't been active participants in communicating with the fourth estate, spanning months. Why are you running this country? Nah. I want you, Kamala Harris, to go out there and whip you know what of Donald Trump. That's what I want. Because it shouldn't be that hard. Who's going to vote for him is going to vote for him. Just like the left is going to vote for you. But us independents, yo, you can't take him. That's like Tommy Hearns or Mike Tyson getting into the ring with somebody with a glass jaw. You should be able to take them. We know they could fight too, but once they get clipped by somebody the likes of you, they supposed to fall. You prosecutor. You should be able to handle this because of him. Say Nikki Haley or somebody you're going against. This is him. Shouldn't be hard. That was my point. That is my point. And that's going to be my point until we see her campaigning the way presidential candidates normally campaign. She's got my vote because I can't vote for him. But I don't want to vote for her just because I don't want to vote for him. I want to vote for her because she shows me she's the one.
Welcome back to the channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. So we need to react to this reaction from Stephen A. I'm seriously convinced that he's a closeted conservative / Trump supporter because he says stuff you're not supposed to say as a Democrat. Question your candidate. You're supposed to get along in line to pretend that she is the best pick, that she was installed for a reason. We staged the coup because Kamala is going to beat Donald Trump. She was a prosecutor in California. She's a strong black woman. She ain't afraid of no one. But what we're going to see is that she is afraid to have press conferences, interviews, talking with the press, debating, etc. She changed the rules, or she's trying to change the rules. Oh, we got to sit down. I need notes. I need a teleprompter. I need this. I need that. Well, we already agreed to debate rules with Joe. Why do you need to change the rules? Is Joe better than you? These are some of the grievances that Stephen A. Smith's going to have, and he's going to vent to everybody and, you know, to Kamala if she does watch his stuff. It makes total sense. Let's take a look.
Although there's crime in Republican-led cities too, the point is that ain't even it. The issue is you did this in your first press conference, Kamala Harris. You sat up there and said, believe me when I say I know Donald Trump's type. You talked about dealing with criminals, fraudsters, and, you know, con artists. And then you said, believe me when I say, ladies and gentlemen, I know Donald Trump's type. Well, if you know his type and you're accustomed to dealing with him, why is he the one doing a bunch of interviews? Again, the strategy was fine. I'm not complaining about the strategy you employed up to this point. I'm saying be clear. That ain't going to win you the presidency. And for your first interview, and by the way, you know the code that he's using. Nod your head, Rashawn. Nod your head, Honor Free, especially you, Honor Free. Oh, especially you. All right, and you too, Bailey. All of yous. Nod your head. Is Trump, yes or no, is Trump not using codes when he points out that she's hiding? He's leaning on gender. I'm a man. I'm strong. Look at the war in Russia and in Ukraine with Russia. Look at what's going on with Israel and Palestine in the Gaza Strip and beyond. Look at the kind of troubles that we're experiencing, whether it's North Korea, it's China, or whatever. Iran, Iraq. I mean, come on, y'all. Look at all of this. You think she's strong enough? She can't even show up to do a hard interview. I show up all the time. This is what he's doing. We all know what that is. You feeding into machismo. You trying to say commander-in-chief. He didn't do that to Hillary. He said a lot of things about Hillary, like crooked Hillary and stuff like that. He ain't never implied she was scared. He ain't never implied she was running. Because Hillary Clinton was smart as a whip and know her stuff. We all know. The most qualified woman to ever run for president in this country's history. Without question.
Yeah, and she got destroyed by someone who's not a politician. If she is the best politician to beat Donald Trump, then why did she lose? To a businessman. To a guy who's loudmouth. To a guy who ain't scared to take questions. He's battle-proven, tested. He's been through it all. CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, ABC, etc. If it was him and Dana Bash, you know he would have said yes anywhere, any place, any time. We'll talk about anything. You know he would have did that, Stephen A. You know, Trump's not scared like Kamala's scared. 40 days, folks. 40. She hasn't had a sit-down interview in 40 days. That's really bad. It's showing weakness. It's showing her timidness. They're showing how fragile she is because she cannot come out the woodworks and go against anyone. Even someone like Dana Bash, she had trouble with that interview. She had to have Tim Walz as some sort of emotional support person. And she's supposed to be a strong black woman. Here you are, you got a white man to help you. Kamala.
Ain't that supposed to be Kamala? HBCU grad. Prosecutor. State Attorney General. Senator. Reigning Vice President of the United States of America. Kamala Harris has all the credentials in the world to stand tall, stand straight up, and be like, yo, this is the way it's going to be. Let's get it on. And as a prosecutor and as an attorney, as somebody who knows the law, as somebody who knows a criminal when she sees them, as somebody who knows a con artist when she sees them, and all of these other things that she said about him, why is this dude the one we see? Because the Democrats are telling her, well, you know what? Something ain't broke, don't fix it. We gain this momentum, we gain this momentum, we gain this momentum. They are right about that. And I'm not disagreeing with anybody on my team who feels otherwise. Here's my point. It doesn't matter if the regular process had been followed. But because they avoided the primaries, because they were accused of greasing the skids to disguise and hide Joe Biden from the rest of us in terms of the decline that was clearly taking place. She is now the Democratic nominee without having had to have a debate, without having to experience a primary, without having to campaign. It was handed to her in the eyes of the opposition. That is what they're going to say about her. Say what you will about Trump. He's supposed to be a criminal, right? He's supposed to be in jail, right? He's supposed to owe nearly $500 million, right? The bottom line is he's been the Republican nominee since 2016. And he's been through a myriad of debates. And on top of all of that, he got all of this law, these legal issues descending down upon him. And the people have spoken. The Republicans said they want him. All of them.
Yeah. Yeah, because Letitia James came after him. Fannie Willis came after him. Every single one of these prosecutors, including Kamala, trying to come after Donald, and it's not working. Why isn't he in jail if he's a felon, folks? If he did what he said you did, why isn't he in jail? That's what I want to know. Oh, because he's a rich billionaire and he's a strong, powerful man who has strings to pull. No, because if he did something, he would be in jail. They've put him in court numerous times to prosecute him, and it's not working. We got the mugshot, the famous mugshot. All right. You're prosecuting this man like he's a minority, and he's not. And he's beating these cases. So therefore, the people are saying, hey, these are frivolous charges. It's phony. It's baloney. Nothing is landing because you guys are clearly fumbling the ball when it comes to Donald Trump. If he was as bad as you guys want him to believe, want us to believe he is, then he would in no way be able to beat Joe Biden, who is having cognitive decline, right? He's just as scared to debate as Kamala is to debate, but Kamala is supposed to be better than Joe somehow. I don't know how that's going to work because they just install her and she doesn't want to do an interview in 40 days. Oh, well, we're going to beat Trump. Well, go out and debate. Don't be scared. Don't change the rules. Do it with Fox News. Do it with freaking anyone other than y'all's biased Democratic, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, because we know it's going to be more softball questions for Kamala and Tim. I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to show up with Tim Walz at the debate 2 versus 1 because she needs her emotional support person again to help her during this debate. It's not a bunch of things that's going on with her that I think the American people are seeing and they don't like, especially if you're on the left. And if you're a swing voter, how are you supposed to rely on this woman who can't even beat Donald Trump, who is supposed to be a felon, who is a crooked businessman, right? Who is racist, who is misogynist, apparently. You're a prosecutor, Kamala. You should be able to take down this man easily, but you can't. Why? Because he's the outliner. He is your kryptonite. He is going to not be afraid to do all these outings ever. And you got to prove that you're not afraid.
Nobody said that about Kamala Harris until July 21st. So you don't get to just skate to the election and have a debate September 10th on ABC, and you know what? We may barely see you. Nah. Why also, ladies and gentlemen, Biden wasn't doing a bunch of interviews prior to the debate on June 27th, and then what happened thereafter with July and him stepping aside. So we have a White House that hasn't been active participants in communicating with the fourth estate, spanning months while you're running this country. Nah. I want you, Kamala Harris, to go out there and whip you know what of Donald Trump. That's what I want. Because it shouldn't be that hard. Who's going to vote for him is going to vote for him. Just like the left is going to vote for you. But us independents, yo, you can't take him. That's like Tommy Hearns or Mike Tyson getting into the ring with somebody with a glass jaw. You should be able to take them. We know they could fight too, but once they get clipped by somebody the likes of you, they supposed to fall. You prosecutor. You should be able to handle this because of him. Say Nikki Haley or somebody you're going against. This is him. Shouldn't be hard. That was my point. That is my point. And that's going to be my point until we see her campaigning the way presidential candidates normally campaign. She's got my vote because I can't vote for him. But I don't want to vote for her just because I don't want to vote for him. I want to vote for her because she shows me she's the one.
Stephen A. just said the quiet part out loud. I'm still going to vote for you regardless. He doesn't want to vote for Trump, so therefore he has to vote for the Democratic nominee, or not nominee, honestly. She was just installed. She was selected. No one wanted her. In 2020, she couldn't even beat an old man that had cognitive decline even then. A man who vacations all the time. Right now, he's vacationing right now at this moment. Literally. This is a man who can't even speak, who can't even walk down or up a flight of stairs. And she couldn't even beat him in 2020. And now she's supposed to beat Donald Trump, a man who is battle proven. Any interview, anything. You put him in front of anybody, he'll say yes to it. He goes to rallies and he has hour-long rants. Rally after rally after rally. Packed houses too. Kamala, nothing. She's lucky to go out and do the DNC. And look how that turned out. She had a scripted sit-down interview with Dana Bash at CNN. It was scripted. It wasn't live. It could have been better too. They could have cut and let's do this again, let's do that again. But this is what they gave us. It was not strong. It was weak. And she's supposed to stand in front of Putin at the table. Xi Jinping, Kim Jong-un, And this is what we're getting? Nah, I don't think so. And this is what Stephen A. Smith is saying, that, hey, Kamala, come on, girl. You're a prosecutor. This is easy money. You even told us it's easy money, but you're not showing that. You're lying to us. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.